Prime Minister, a year ago you said there would be a border in the Irish Sea, and I'll quote you, over my dead body. And here we both are. There is a border in the Irish Sea. Were you lying when you said there wouldn't be one, or did you not understand the treaty that you signed over Brexit?
I think that the treaty I signed, is perfectly reasonable. I don't think that the interpretation or application of the protocol is sensible or pragmatic. And what I'm hearing from our friends in the EU is that they understand the strength of our feeling on this, and they understand why a government might want to protect the territorial integrity of the UK plus the UK's internal market.
It matters because it's also about being a trusted partner around the world. And President Macron said today he wants a reset, but only if you keep your word on the Brexit deal. So will you here and now publicly recommit to the Northern Ireland Protocol?
I think that the protocol can work if it's sensibly applied. But at the moment, it's not just a question of chilled meats or sausages. There are all kinds of impediments being constructed, and we need to sort it out. I think we can sort it out, but it's up to our EU friends and partners to understand that we will do whatever it takes. And there is some misunderstanding.
What does that mean, whatever it takes? That you won't honour the protocol?
I think if the protocol continues to be applied in this way, then we will obviously not hesitate to invoke Article 16, as I've said before. And don't forget, the EU themselves invoked Article 16 in January to disapply the protocol so they could stop the movement of vaccines from the EU to the UK.
So it wasn't an oven-ready deal, and we could be having a trade war in July. If I had longer, we could talk more about it. But
I think it's highly unlikely. But I think there's, if I may say so, I think there's I've talked to some of our friends here today who do seem to misunderstand that the UK is a single country and a single territory, and I think they just need to get that into their head.
Indian variant, locking down, delay. Look, I know you're making a decision on Monday, but the Indian variant, the transmission is at 60% higher than the Kent variant. Then the figures are not looking good, are they?
It's clear that the Indian variant is more transmissible, and it's also true that the cases are going up, and that the levels of hospitalisation are going up. Now, we don't know exactly to what extent that is going to feed through into extra mortality, but clearly it's a matter of serious concern. Now,
less optimistic, aren't you, from where you were at the end of May? That's fair, isn't it?
Yes, that's certainly fair. And what we want to do is make sure that the roadmap is irreversible, but you can't have an irreversible roadmap unless you're prepared to be cautious. Some of the data is still open to question, but we'll be making an announcement on Monday in all the detail that you could want.
It's all pretty depressing, to be honest, isn't it? I mean, can you do this at least? Can you reassure our viewers that your cautious but irreversible route out of lockdown, where we've got to now, the May 17th unlocking, we're not going back? Can you just guarantee us that?
I think that all our viewers should be reassured by this, that the situation is dramatically different from what it was in either of the first two waves of the pandemic. Yes. And yes, it is absolutely correct to say that you've got cases going up now from the Delta variant, and you've got an increase in hospitalizations. But you're seeing a different group now going into hospital largely, and the outcomes on the whole are better, but that is caused by the huge effectiveness of the vaccine rollout. So you're seeing in this way.
You're committing that we are not going back. We won't be going back to taking the kids out of school. We're not having any more lockdowns. It's done.
The whole point of having an irreversible roadmap is just that, to make it irreversible. And to do that, sometimes, as I've said repeatedly, you have to be cautious, and where it's necessary to be cautious, we will do so.
So you're prepared to be Mr. Delay, not to be Mr. Reverse later down the line?
Just to cheer you up a little bit more, what I can tell you is that the scientists are agreed about one thing, that they do not think there is any case for going into reverse. So what we're looking at is yes, absolutely, an increase in cases. We're seeing an increase in hospitalizations, but the context has radically changed because of the sheer number of people who have been vaccinated, and particularly the elderly and vulnerable. So the objective now is to give that vaccination program the legs, the impetus, the speed it needs to beat the spread of the virus, and I've got no doubt that it can.